back to the channel. As you can see, this is probably the biggest haul I've done in one go. If you follow the channel, I normally go up and do my little shops about once a week to obviously to do a stock up. Sometimes I do one a month, like a slightly bigger one if I go to the wholesalers, and this one was one of the biggest ones I've done so far, but it is kind of like a monthly haul. I'm pretty sure I end up doing something else, but basically the title of the thingy, it's any haul could be your last haul. And guys, seriously, just following in what's obviously happening everywhere is just, I'm not a panicky person, but it just fills me with fear slightly, really, about what's going on. And the reason that I'm saying that now every haul could be the last haul, because every tiny little thing that happens, you can see people starting to get a little bit more itchy, a little bit more on the edge, because obviously worried about what's going to happen. And the point is that it only takes one small news article or something to come out there, or an event that will happen, that automatically going to send all of the people into the mass panic. And I guarantee you that mass panic happens, you would not be able to go in and buy the items that you want, the quantities that you want. There was a research done, or was an article or something we read before. Basically, every supermarket on average has 42 days worth of food. So if a mass panic happens, you can imagine that depending on the area and how rural or how whereabouts you are, the shop, a supermarket, could be literally cleared of stuff within a matter of hours. So because of the events that are currently happening, going and having affordable little shops is absolutely great, but because I'm feeling that I need to do a little bit better, I thought rather than doing this every few weeks and potentially delaying this for every few weeks, I'm just going to spend the monthly sort of budget and buy the bigger shop now. Especially now, the Asda obviously have taken away the limit of 3 items, so you can now buy 10, and this is for the online shop. I have chosen to do online shop purely because of my previous comments on the other video that I made, where basically when you do go to the shops in Asda, because if you buy multiple quantities and if you do self-scan, then of course then the lady has to come in and they have to scan everything, so you're going to be there like another day. I could go there and do this in the checkout, and I totally for, and I agree with the comments that self-checkouts take away the jobs from the people that need it, because we all need the job on the end of the day. However, to go up and basically take all of the massive 2 trolleys out and scan and then package them, it's just too much stress. And with a toddler, even if it's 2 of us doing it, it's just too much hassle. So I opted out of doing the online shop. And the thumbnail on the thing is times 10 times 10, because I pretty much bought 10 of everything, and I'm talking about the smart price cheap items. One thing to point out, guys, I have ordered rice, and guess what? They haven't had any. And they, rather than substituting with the other dearest rice, the only thing they could find to substitute me with was already cooked packaged rice. So I bought 10 kilos and I got 10 packs of microwavable rice, which has gone straight back at them because the dates on them are short, and it's really not a substitute, you know what I mean? As they seem to be not really good at substituting, they substitute the value rather than logically thinking, if I ordered like 10 packs of this, will give me a relevant replacement rather than kind of totally different product anyway. So there was no rice, and whether it's because it's the now short or I don't know anyway, but I'll have to go and check it out because I kind of wanted to fill that bit anyway. 10 packs of spaghetti. The prices haven't changed at all so far, and also I couldn't get any tin foil. There is no tin foil available, so spaghetti is still the same, guys. 28p, nothing changed. I'm not gonna go through and I haven't put all of the items up because it's not enough space, but I needed to get some out to count them because they don't give you the paper anymore, so I have to go through the app and check and count, make sure that the quantities are there and I haven't sort of forgotten anything. And there we are. So it's 10 of everything apart from a couple of other odd bits anyway. So I've got the new potatoes, because I know many of you have been commenting that apparently that you can't get tin potatoes for ages in different supermarkets, and I only literally have, I think, potatoes by like 12 tins, so I don't really have a lot of tin potatoes. I've got the powdered potato, the potato flakes, but they're obviously quite versatile as well, so I needed to have more, so I've got 10 of potatoes. I've bought the chunky chicken in white sauce, although I still haven't tried it, but it's very cheap. It's it's not very cheap, sorry guys, it's relevantly cheap. I think it's £1.25 or £1.28 they are. Corned beef is still £1.85, which is still cheaper than an average. I bought baked beans. Again, I buy them in Lidl in the multi packs of 4, but the baked beans are like 26 pence, and it's just so cheap, guys. It's so cheap. And I know some of you guys in America commenting that we are whinging about price increases, but our price is like really, really cheap. And it's like, what the hell are you not buying loads more? And I thought to myself, yeah, why not? Why not buy loads more of like the baked beans? Why not? They're so cheap. The same as with spaghetti in tomato sauce, the little long ones. Again, it's not the nicest food to eat, but for the toddler, or if you are literally struggling to get, there's a lot of carbs there, you've got calories, and it's like 19p a tin, 19 pence. It's what can you get for 19 pence apart from a tin of spaghetti? So I've got 10 of them. The spaghetti loops are 16 pence. I'm not sure why you think it's harder to make the loops rather than the straight spaghetti, but 16p a tin, £1.60 for 10. If you get like 100 of them for £16, I would happily do so, but they won't deliver it. So, and I don't really want to go in the supermarket and fill my trolley with 100 tins. So, anyway, yeah, sweet corn. Their sweet corn is 48 pence. I managed to get a couple more of the cherries. They're quite nice. Another thing, if you're lucky enough, guys, right, I'm gonna bring it to your attention. I've only seen this online, but it's probably depending now whereabouts you are. They had the peach halves, the big one, 825 net weight, okay? They were 10 pence. I'm like, what? 10 pence? I knew the date's going to be short, so I ordered 10 because the maximum I've got 10. The date on this was February 23, and I knew they're going to be short anyway. However, they didn't have 10, so they substituted, and when I said normally Asda are pretty bad, and rather than me, I spent £1 on 10 of them, they would normally give me 1 tin of that because they're 90 pence, but in this instance they didn't. They actually gave me 10 substitutes of those that are 90 pence each, and then I still have this for 10p for free. So technically I saved a lot of money by having them on. You can imagine, basically I've got £10 worth of stuff for £1. So I was really, really happy with that. It really happens to us. We're those kind of people that we get done over rather than things like good things happen to us. So things like this is kind of like, yay, highlight of the day. Okay, couscous. 90 pence for half a kilo, so 180 for a kilo. It's a very good price, and a couscous is irreplaceable. I will do another video because it is so underestimated, because it says ready in 10 minutes. It's actually ready quicker than that, but it's a really great thing to have, and I'll show you in my cooking recipes how to use it if you haven't used that before. As we talked about dry ingredients, guys, fruit, because I bought, again, porridge. Our little one eats a lot of porridge, and we all know, all the preppers, you prep on porridge. I've been buying porridge, but we've been eating it as well. I've not been buying enough to basically put away, because we've been going through a lot of that. So I'm thinking 10 kilos of porridge. Again, it doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not a lot. If you have 2-3 of us eating that, you'll go through this in few months anyway. So I bought specifically that to put this away now, and rather than using like a sugar in a porridge, I bought the little apricots, chopped apricots, and I've got some sultanas. I have ordered raisins because they're cheaper, but they didn't have any, and that was at £2.80 for 1 kilo, which is quite a lot. I know Lidl do them sometimes, but I haven't seen recently, so I just opted out to buy some there. So basically, if I'm making a porridge for a little one or for ourselves, we've got a little fruit to go in, basically to go there. And I want to buy more of that kind of stuff. I want to put this away, airtight jar with the oxygen absorber for future, because sometimes tins are great, but this thing's a good substitute for using in the different areas, right? I bought some more sweet pickle. That was 80 pence. I thought I just add on a little extra bit. I bought a couple of gherkins. I normally buy them from Lidl, but those ones were 90 pence, and I wanted to give them a go. So again, go through a lot of them for the salads. Again, I will show you the pantry salads. We can only use the stuff from the tins, and there's some amazing stuff. So if you do like the stuff, don't forget to subscribe. This channel is all about prepping, cooking for prepping, using our pantry stuff. It's all about basically food and preparing for the stuff anyway. It's like my own advert. Right, carrots. I just had to. Vegetables, I keep going on vegetables. They're 23 pence. 300 grams, and again, I've got a lot of recipes that requires carrots, and I think because they're so cheap, I'll buy them now, because yes, I can grow my own carrots and they can store for a little while, but I cannot grow enough to sustain us for a long period of time. Right, milks, normally get them from Lidl. they're 85 pence in Lidl. We now opted out to buy this. I know I don't like the fact that I don't have a little pourer. However, we bought the glass bottle on the previous shop, so we can dispense that in and put this in the fridge. They are, I think, 68 to 69 pence, but their dates are longer than the ones in the Lidl brand. So this one we've gone till September, which is really good. And now with the shortages of, apparently predicted shortages, that's I think Daily Mirror said, of milk. Again, milk porridge, you go through a lot. So I think I actually bought 13 of them rather than 10. For some reason I could. So here we are. I bought a couple of grated cheeses. The dates on that it says 9/23. Right, excuse me. And I've got 2 lots of pasta. I've been buying pasta anyway. I didn't go for the little packets because for me it's just easier to get this. Yes, it's a tad more expensive. It's still £4 for 3 kilos, but it's in the bag. It's a convenient bag. It's a thick bag, and I can just put this away without worrying about it too much for the first couple of years. Anyway, one thing I wanted to bring to your attention, guys, again, talking about the last, and a sugar syrup, £1.50 to go with the porridge, and some cured chicken breast, which was £1.30, and the princess did a chicken roll with sage and onion. That was £1.20. Never tried this before, but I'm going to give that a go. Dated December 25, but obviously it will last past that. My point was, I haven't missed anything, no. Okay, yes, my point was, guys, with the dates, I was looking at the September 23, so we're now January, mid-January, okay, September. That's not really a long time, and I know for a fact, I've been buying this cheese pre-Brexit and it had like a 2-year shelf life. I'm looking at this apricots and raisins, and again, the shelf life is like 6 months, less than 6 months on some of this. And it makes me wonder, again, I'm speculating, but I'm just coming to my assumption I'm reading the information around, okay? And this is my conclusion that potentially that the supermarkets are running low on supply of food. Because technically there's absolutely no reason why they should be selling food that is that short dated. Of course, they normally sell the short dates first and then they put the new fresh stock in, but 6 months is very short for the supermarket. So in my opinion and my thoughts are they are running low. They're literally selling off what they have without actually having a new stuff coming in, because it's not like there's a shelves and shelves of that stuff. Like, it's not fully loaded. You might have few, so technically they should be putting new stuff to the back, and they have not been doing so. This is again what brings me to think that any haul could be the last, because like one day like you're going to buy or want to buy 10 kilos of rice and you can't because there's none available. So there we are. So anyway, that hopefully she will do me for a month's shop, unless I get another jitters and something else comes in the news and I have to go and panic and then go buy something else. Again, just to clarify to everybody, this was done online. There is still no shortages at the moment as we know it, so it doesn't affect anybody. If I choose to buy this in big quantities, they still have the stuff in a stock at the moment, so it's not an issue. Anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. As I mentioned, the channel is about everything to do with the prepping. It's cooking, it's storing stuff, basically a lot. And anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.